In the beginning of the first millennium BC, in the time of transition from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age, the region of Dolenjska was inhabited by people whose name is even today unknown to the archaeologists. The ascension of the people of Dolenjska begins with the introduction of metals, which opened the door to all the trade routes at that time. They already knew metallurgical production skills quite well in the 9th and 8th centuries BC, and with their products they had integrated in the large area of situla art, which had spread in the west across the entire Po plain of the northern Italy down to Bologna and the northern Apennines. In the world of ornamentation, the situlae from Dolenjska, otherwise still produced from bronze, incorporated a realistic figurative nature and a society at that time. They have found so many situlae in Dolenjska that Novo mesto deserves to be called the town of situlae. It was the discovery of limonite, an iron ore, that made possible the flourishing of smithery and trading with metal. Iron products became a source of wealth. The ceramic trade also blossomed. Numerous pottery items, especially pots of course, were produced in different shapes, sizes and with decorations. Women's tombs, many of which are also on Kapitelska Niva in Novo mesto, are full of rich ornamentation. There are painted glass necklaces in almost every women's tomb. Bronze fibulae were part of the everyday's dressing culture. Amber came from the north and decorated the chests of wealthy Hallstatt ladies. Bronze ornaments were still in fashion, but gold jewelry became most fashionable already in the 6th century. Men's tombs have revealed their stories to archaeologists. The Hallstatt nobility and princes were armed with bronze defense weapons at the time: a helmet, armor, a shield, and an attacking weapon made of iron, an axe and spear. The warriors were buried together with their weapons, and princes were also buried with their horses. High mounds, tumuluses near Stichna, eloquently testify to the number of burials of the Hallstatt inhabitants of Dolenjska at that time. The Kapitelska Niva above Novo mesto is an extremely wealthy cemetery of the early Iron Age. The first excavation of mounds in Dolenjska in the 19th century had already revealed an extremely large quantity of glass jewelry. An average of 10 to 20,000 glass beads were found in each mound, in which there are over 1,000 in Dolenjska. They counted around 2,000 beautifully painted glass beads only in one grave on Kapitelska Niva, which certainly speaks about having their own glass industry, since the raw material silica sand is in abundance here. Dark clouds had already crowded over the wealthy Hallstatt society in Dolenjska. In the 3rd century BC, the region of Dolenjska had been dominated by the militant Celtic tribes until the year 35 BC, when the Romans conquered the region.